U.S. President Trump's plan to increase defense spending by $54 billion comes as his administration faces a number of foreign policy challenges around the globe. And as CBN's correspondent George Thomas explains, that includes the Middle East.
In the Middle East, ISIS continues on its path of death and destruction. The president says defeating the group and keeping Americans safe at home and abroad is a top priority.
The Department of Defense presented its preliminary plan to the White House today to defeat ISIS. This plan has been delivered by Secretary Mattis, and who is currently briefing the principals on the option presented today and seeking their input and feedback.
Over the weekend, a 1,300-foot giant sinkhole was discovered in the Iraqi desert, believed to be the site where ISIS shot, then dumped up to 4,000 bodies. Most of the victims killed execution style, with their hands bound and their eyes blindfolded. Also, ISIS is reportedly using puppies as suicide bombers. Video has emerged allegedly showing ISIS fighters strapping an explosive belt to this puppy and planning to remotely detonate the device. Fortunately, Iraqi forces were able to rescue the dog and defuse the bomb. Meanwhile, west of Iraq, Iran's influence continues to grow in the region. Almost 2 years after signing a deal to curb its nuclear ambitions, the Ayatollahs, flush with billions of dollars from the agreement, are still testing their missiles and exporting their terror tactics.
For too long, Iran has been funneling weapons and cash to their terrorist minions in places like Lebanon, Syria, and the Gaza Strip. They've gone to great lengths to develop nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, and due to the disastrous end of the nuclear-related sanctions under Iran, they now have even more resources to devote to these efforts.
And there's also the nuclear threat from another rogue regime, North Korea. Experts like James Woosley, former director of the CIA, warn that it's perilous to underestimate the communist country's atomic arsenal. 2 weeks after the North conducted a ballistic missile test, Woosley believes the country's weapons are likely more advanced and dangerous. Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis recently warned North Korea that America's commitment to defending her allies in the region is ironclad.
Any attack on the United States or on our allies will be defeated, and any use of nuclear weapons would be met with a response that would be effective and overwhelming.
The U.S. faces potential threats from countries like China and Russia as well. These and other hotspots make for a chaotic, dangerous landscape around the world as Trump begins his presidency. George Thomas, CBN News.